what have I been up to this week? So I'm going to share just a few highlights of the week, what I've been doing in the studio, and yeah, just getting ready for a week-long retreat, which I will chat about in a bit. So I've spent a lot of time in the studio this week working on a class called Women of Abstract Expressionism with Jean Oliver. And it's based off of this book, 9th Street Women, which I read a little while back. Took a long time, but such a great book and resource. And these are just some books that I have. Joan Mitchell's catalog from her retrospective at the Baltimore Museum of Art, and Women of Abstract Expressionism. I didn't get to see this show. I actually just missed it in Charlotte, but I did get the catalog for that. It's an excellent book. And a catalog of Helen Frankenthaler's work. So we worked on making a canvas journal in this class, so I still have to put it together, so I'll share that once it's complete. But it has some just painted papers that I made. I need to attach them, and some studies, some Helen Frankenthaler studies that we worked on. So that was a lot of fun, and again, I'll share that once it's all put together. So I spent some time making those studies of Helen Frankenthaler, and then we moved on to Joan Mitchell. And she is my favorite. You're going to hear me say that tons of times. And we did a bunch of studies in collage, and then I just kind of went off and made a bunch of sketches based off of some of her sketches, which is what you'll see here. So I also made this little folio for Joan Mitchell studies. She is my absolute favorite. I adore her. I have mentioned her a few times before. I got to see her work at the Baltimore Museum of Art when they did a retrospective, and it was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. So for this class, we had to do a number of studies, and then I just went a little bit bananas because I love her paper studies and her notebooks and journals, which you can see on the Joan Mitchell Foundation website. So I just did a bunch of these using some Neo Color 2 water-soluble crayons and colored pencil and graphite. So I will share more of that when this class comes to an end and all of this stuff is put together. So that is what I have been up to this week, just going out for my walks, getting out in nature. I had a cup of coffee with a friend one morning, celebrated Halloween because I love Halloween, and spent a lot of time in the studio working on this class that I've been taking, which I am absolutely loving. So this coming week, I'm going to be at the beach because a spot opened up in a writing group, and they were gracious enough to allow me to tag along. So here I am with all of my business, my suitcase, and all of my art materials, papers, paints, a folding table, and I'm gonna get picked up really soon. So I will share what I'm taking with me and what I wind up doing at the beach next week. Have a great rest of your weekend.